I still need to solder the ends on there. I'm just going to do one soldering end because I have a 6S battery that'll fit in here. I have two 6S batteries, so that's what we'll use in this car. And I'm going to pull the box out and get the receiver put in here. So the whole box comes out with a whole crap load of screws right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably these ones right here too. 3 here. Maybe that one. Yep. That one too. So there's probably 4 and then 4. And we'll see if that pulls that out. Battery tray ain't no joke, guys. That's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 screws to hold that bad boy in there. I guess they don't want the battery falling out, huh? So. All right, so we wanted to do that so we could get, that's where that screwdriver was. I was looking for that earlier. Get this out. We're gonna open this up and give me a minute to find a receiver. All right, I'm gonna put this little FSA3. It's just for my fly sky GT5. I'm gonna put this in there, and then yeah, you should be fine with that. That's all I need is 3 channels. It's gonna be a basher. I'm not using it for speed runs, and this should still go pretty good distance. I don't need a ton of spots on it. So let's clean this up. Little rubbing alcohol. Let that dry for a minute. We'll put some tape on there and slap it in there. All right, guys. I actually like using this Sherlock, this dual lock. It's 3M dual lock from it's Velcro, but it's a hard plastic, and they call it dual lock. And I actually like to use this stuff. I guess I should have cut it to fit the size, but it's all right. And then that way you can pop it in and out and change receivers. So if I want to run a long distance receiver in here, it'll just pop out. And I can just pop the other one in there, just put more zip tie on there, right? So we'll put it like right here in the center somewhere. Okay. And this doesn't have any steering control or nothing in this one, so Okay. And I think you're supposed to go like this, but we're just going to go right up underneath it. See if we can get it in the tube. We gotta loosen it up and pull it out. Oh, that's a big screw. How funny. They crammed a big giant one in there to get it nice and tight, which I like. It's actually smart. Everybody uses that little tiny one. It doesn't hold nothing. So let's pull that up. Put this through. Maybe we can get a little distance out of her. All right. Open this bad boy up a little bit. When they cut the ends or splice it down here, got a little flat. Okay, push that up in there the rest of the way if we can. Yep. Get it up in there as tall as we can. All right, there we go, guys. Put that grub screw back in there. Keep that. And I like how Arrma did that. It gave you two, so if we ever want to do a speed run in these things, you can do two antennas coming up, which the Noble MB4, you can do there. If you take apart the big one, which fits just in these things, you can put two wires in it, two antenna wires in it, and you can go pretty far from what I understand. A lot of guys are using them now to go long distance. So so this is going to come over here. Since we got this off, let's feed this under here. All right, and that's where that's going to go, somewhere right in there. I'm thinking probably should have went underneath this one and went in with that one. I'm thinking I'm going to do that. So let me go back. I'm gonna reroute this. I'm gonna pull this out here. All right, guys, so you see I got that back on there. I ran the wire through here. It's a little more cleaner, I think, than coming up under there. And then it's gonna have both these wires coming through here. And underneath I zip tied them together so they won't come out of the little tray or loop that they have down here for you. And that way we can get this over here on this side, and there's plenty of room to put that in there. Okay, so we can put that in there. I'm going to okay, so I'll put these up here for now and put this back in. in. Make sure the wires aren't on there. There we go. I'm just going to put a couple of back in here to get it sitting where I want it. And we'll test everything out. Back just to make sure it's lined up right, which it has pins that pull through, so it should be perfect. You just start putting the screws in because it does have 4 pins that it sits in and lines up for you. You see that when you put the battery tray in, it's got these 4 pin holes right here, and they just line up. So you just got to throw the screws back in there. Okay. And there you go. We'll put the rest of the screws in after we're done. But I need to hook these up. Get some batteries. So we will run. I'll put this one down first. That's the hardest part about these, is getting started. And this one. Okay, then you want to take a nice screwdriver and just lightly push this stuff down, guys. You don't want to go too hard because you'll splice the wire. Make sure it's not going to touch there. Oh yeah, nice, nice. You actually have the brace bar right there, so it's like right perfect. So all right, and then negative is on the outside here, so you're going to do channel 1 to turn, which is your steering servo. So we need to go the dark wire out. I'm thinking. Okay. This one goes black wire for negative out. Number 2. 1 to turn, 2 to burn. Easy way to remember that. 1 to turn, 2 to burn. All right. So we're going to leave it like that. I'm going to go solder some ends on. I don't want you guys to watch me make a fool of myself. And then we will plug it all together, get it all lined up, and get it ripping. So stay tuned.